Shout out to my boy Evan Filarca for dropping this video, man. Hey, I do think they're gonna drop more suits in 2019, along with more DLCs maybe. That's what gaming companies do. They keep a lot of secrets from us, which I respect because I don't want to know everything at the end of the day. So it makes sense. It makes sense at the end of the day. Let's get into it. This is a suit video for Spider-Man PS4. So let's get straight into it.
Hey, you stole my mask.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
You know, we can barely hear you with the cone on your head, if you don't mind.
I saw this. I can't wait to see that suit.
Let's be honest, if the Far From Home suit was in Spider-Man PS4, that'd be pretty freaking dope. Anyways, welcome back, true believers and all you spectacular Spidey fans, to another really exciting Spider-Man PS4 related video. Now, seeing that we're exactly 3 days away from the second chapter of the City That Never Sleeps DLC pack for Marvel's Spider-Man of Turf Wars, I figured I would give my overall thoughts about the general aspect of the game's DLC, as well as what my thoughts and at least hopes are for the upcoming suits within the third pack of DLC of Silver Lining. And alongside of that, I'll also be discussing about the chance that Insomniac could possibly be adding more suits within Spider-Man PS4 in the coming year of 2019, even after the full release of the City That Never Sleeps pack. So given everything that we know about Turf Wars so far, I can safely say that it definitely seems much more of an improvement compared to what we got within the Heist DLC. Now, if you guys know me, I did like the overall package of what we received within the Heist DLC, but I didn't like the overall package of suits as well as some of the repetitive side missions. As for the Turf Wars DLC, the overall suit selection is much more of an improvement in my opinion, and there will be more activities to do in the city to keep us occupied.
I hope so.
Not to mention that the inevitable boss fight with Hammerhead will definitely be an entertaining one to see be played out. And this of course leads us into the third pack that will release sometime in December of Silver Lining. And even though it hasn't been officially confirmed yet, I'm almost 99% sure that the main character to be featured within Silver Lining will most definitely be Silver Sable. Seeing how a lot of the Maggia crime families throughout New York, specifically with Hammerhead's goons, have gathered a lot of Sable's equipment, she's more than likely wanting to gather it back during her story arc within Silver Lining. And what this possible story arc could mean is that we could have a potential team up between Silver Sable and Spider-Man going up against a bigger threat, just like we had within the Heist with Black Cat and Spidey at the same time. But even though the conclusion of the City That Never Sleeps story will be finalized within Silver Lining, there is the big question of the remaining suits that will be featured within the game. So since Silver Lining will indeed be the last installment of the City That Never Sleeps pack, there are a lot of people wondering if that is going to be the end of the overall DLC that we will receive for Spider-Man PS4. And even though we don't know what the overall outcome will be, I have a pretty good feeling that it may not be the case. Now, we do already know that there will be 3 more suits added within Silver Lining coming in December, but what we don't know is which specific suits that they are going to be. And given the constant high demand from fans asking Insomniac to add more suits within Spider-Man PS4, they might continue to add more of them within the coming year of 2019. And the reason why I say this is because if you remember about a couple of weeks ago, which I did do a video on, Insomniac had a live stream discussing about the overall aspects of Spider-Man PS4, and we're basically teasing at the possibility of more content to come within 2019. Now, as for what this potential content could be, I do have a pretty good feeling that it will not be more story expansion material, since the overall narrative of the City That Never Sleeps DLC pack will indeed be concluded within Silver Lining once that releases within December. Not to mention that they would also want to save more of the story for when the potential sequel releases in the coming years. However, given how popular Spider-Man PS4 is amongst fans, I do think it would be highly appreciated if they continue to support the game with the addition of new suits in the next year. Plus, since Sony is the sole publisher of Spider-Man PS4, I do think that they would want to advertise more of their Spider-Man properties down the line by including some suits within the upcoming Spidey media in the game itself. And what I mean by this is, since more Spidey properties are going to be releasing in the near future, like Into the Spider-Verse and Far From Home, I do think it would be a great idea from Sony to continue to market off of those properties and feature those costumes in some way within the main game. Mainly if Insomniac, Marvel, and Sony were to do a promotional item for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse within Spider-Man PS4, they could somehow implement a costume from the movie in the game. Now, even though I don't think that they would add a Miles Miles Morales animated costume, since they would most likely save that for the potential sequel. I do think they could add in some form of an animated Spider-Man similar to the vintage comic book suit, or what the Mangaverse Spider-Man suit is looking like in some form in Spider-Man PS4 to relate to the upcoming release of Into the Spider-Verse. And since Spider-Man Far From Home will be releasing in the summer of 2019, I do think a great marketing tool that Insomniac, Marvel, and Sony could utilize is a movie pack of Spider-Man costumes to fully add within Spider-Man PS4.
Right.
And since we already have a huge majority of the MCU Spider-Man suits, I do think one thing that they could add is the Sam Raimi suit, of course, along with the first Amazing Spider-Man costume, and of course the Far From Home suit itself. This would be a great form of advertisement, since it would allow the player to fully immerse themselves while wearing the Far From Home suit, as well as the other suits that Spidey has worn in the past movies. And even though it might be a slim chance of a standalone movie suit DLC pack happening for Spider-Man PS4, they did have a lot of movie suits tailored to the Batman Arkham Knight game, with the Tim Burton Batman suit, the Dark Knight Batman suit, the Batman v Superman suit, and more. So I do think if that game could do it, I don't see why Spider-Man PS4 can't manage to do the same thing. But as for what we know for sure, we are indeed going to receive 3 more costumes within the Silver Lining DLC pack in December, and even though I can't possibly predict what they are going to be, these are what my personal top 3 picks are for the overall pack itself. So even though I do like the overall suits within Turf Wars, the main issue I have is that we've seen them a lot within previous Spider-Man games, and that's the main issue I have with the main suits in the game itself. And that's why for my list, I'm choosing certain suits that we haven't seen be implemented within a Spider-Man game in an extremely long time. Now, given the costumes we already have, I don't think it would be possible for Insomniac to add a web cape on the Spider-Man Unlimited costume, but just seeing that overall design would be extremely cool in the overall game of Spider-Man PS4. As for the Sensational suit, it would be highly appreciated to see this costume in the game, and it's also one of the best Spidey designs ever for any costume he's worn in the past. As for my third pick, I am just downright in love with the Alex Ross costume design, and I think it would be a great addition to the game, since it would be paying homage to Alex Ross himself for making the great Game Informer cover that he made all the way back in April for Marvel's Spider-Man. So even though those are the suits I would personally like to see be featured within Silver Lining, I still think that there is a chance that we could receive more suits for Spider-Man PS4 in some time in 2019. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and please let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. Which Spider-Man costumes would you like to see be featured within Silver Lining, and do you think that we could receive more DLC suits within the coming year of 2019? Like I previously mentioned, Rocksteady did a great job of fully implementing a multitude of bat suits within Arkham Knight, ranging from the comics, movies, and more, and seeing how many suits were in that game, I don't see why Insomniac can't do the same thing for Spider-Man PS4. Plus, seeing how great of a marketing move that would be from Sony to advertise their next Spider-Man movie within their best-selling Spider-Man game, I definitely can see it happening in the near future. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Stay spectacular, Spidey fans. Peace out.
Spider-Man Far From Home next summer in theaters.
Hey! You already know that's gonna be right.
Is this movie a prequel? Because, you know, at the end of Infinity War, you turn into like black confetti.
I think Thanos is robbing a bank, so I'm gonna go.
Nah, I want to see the Far From Home suit. I really need to see that. We might get it next year, because that's when the movie comes out, of course. So I could see us getting it next year. We're going to get a lot of stuff. I'm not even worried about it. I'm pretty sure we're going to get the Raimi suit. I'm pretty sure we're going to get the TASM 1 suit, TASM 2, which I don't care about, TASM 2 at all. We're going to get all of the suits, bro. I got a feeling. If we don't, we don't. If we do, we do. Whatever the case may be. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And please turn on notifications to get notified when I stream and upload a video banger. It's your boy Joseph Witty. I'm out of here.
Last night we was in the booty club. That shit.
Y'all was in the booty club?
Jameer, would you pop out, bro?
In the booty club?
I
don't know. I
apologize for the young subscribe.
They'll be alright.
Bro, you might have to edit this part out in the video. You know what I'm saying? Do the little bleep shit when I say this. But bro, when we was in there, bro, you know what I'm saying? So she gave me a little dance and shit, right? She on my lap and shit.